I'm really, really excited to be joined by David Domoney, who is a horticulturalist and a broadcaster. And you've probably seen him on the TV, on many gardening shows and in the press. I'm excited to join him here today at the Rugby Garden Centre opening, and he's going to be giving a talk and a book signing. Hi, David, how are you doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you very much. It's just nice to be here at British Garden Centre. It's a bit of a spring day and see so many plants in flower. It uplifts the heart, really, nourishes the soul.
Definitely, and spring is in full bloom, and Easter's just around the corner. Now, to our listeners, what should they be considering in the garden at the moment?
Well, just enjoying it. That's the magic of spring. It's the birth of everything coming back into life. The fact of new foliage coming about, flowers. It's a matter to engage. Pot up new containers for the front of the door, hanging baskets, start growing vegetables or even fruit. Get the children involved. Strawberries and raspberries are great things to plant. Herb gardens. You know, it's warming to the thought of having the first barbecue outside, the scent of chops cooking and friends and family, kids giggling. We've been inside too long. And the opportunity to get outside and enjoy our garden is what's incredibly important, and that's why spring is such a positive time.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And I always think it's like a huge room outside, isn't it? It's so good for your mental health, and if I could spend every day of my year in the garden, I would.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's lots of practical things. You don't have to have a massive space to garden. You can grow potatoes in a dustbin. You know, you can grow salad crops in a bucket. In fact, my YouTube channel at David Domoney is packed with free advice on project by project. I've got my own little TV show, A Year in My Garden, where you can follow me in your garden, actually growing and producing. And of course, garden centres, very much like this one here in Rugby, is the opportunity that there's much more than a retail store. It's a hub of the community. The problem I've got coming and giving talks, I always end up with a trolley load of plants in my boot to take part at the same time. And this time I'm going to be planting up chilies. Chilies is something incredibly easy to grow. Grow them in pots. You can grow them on a cool kitchen windowsill if you wanted to, or outside in a greenhouse, and of course on the patio during the summertime as well. And growing chilies is easier than you think. Of course, you get a lovely plant, healthy green foliage, flowers, and of course you get the chili fruit as well. And at the end of the season I pick them off and I roll them up in cling film and put them in the freezer. So I've got chilies all year round, and anything that involves with growing for your family that you can eat, that shares being ornamental but at the same time productive, so you get more bang for your buck.
Definitely. I love cooking with chilies, actually, and drying them as well is another way, isn't it, of storing them all over the winter. So what else is in your trolley today?
Well, there's a whole host of things. I'm talking about a variety of different. I've just written a book. It was released just a few days ago, called Plants with Superpowers, where I look at, and these are quite unique superpowers. I'm looking at a magnolia just there. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful tulip-like cut flowers. What's the superpower of that? I mean, that plant and varieties from that time, over time, have evolved. It was on the planet when the dinosaurs were about. It's funny to think you're looking at magnolia flower and thinking of Tyrannosaurus Rex probably walked past it. It predates pollinators.
Yeah.
So the pollinators weren't about when that flower was there. So how does it pollinate? Instead of these winged insects and bees going about, when I say pollinators, I mean flying pollinators, there was no bees around. So they pollinate by producing a little more nectar, and beetles crawled out into them. Now it has a unique ability, because whether you've ever noticed it, magnolias close their flowers during the night and open it up. It's like a lock-in. Remember the pubs when you had a lock-in? The doors close and you got
Great analogy.
You got a few cheeky ones. Well, that's what's happened to the beetles. The beetles go in, it closes, they get trapped in there
And get drunk.
and on the nectar and pollen. And of course, when they're released the next morning, they go out and pollinate other flowers. And of course, there's so many others. I mean, there's a plant that has the ability to purify from toxic metals in the ground and take them out, and that's the sunflower. You know, the Venus flytrap can count. It can count up to 30, which means it's got a memory, and of course it flowers as well. So the magic of unusual and spectacular plants, and that's what this book is highlighting. So what I'm doing is I'm choosing some plants with superpowers to talk and enthrall and inspire people to the magic and wonder of nature in the garden.
I'm gonna never look at a magnolia plant the same now. I'm gonna think, wow, I think a Brachiosaurus or something might have had a munch on that once upon a time. But I'm gonna have to have a look at your book now and make sure I get a signed one too.
Absolutely. Well, there's a thing like the ginkgo biloba. It's the last of the ginkgos, and it's a tree. And these are all plants that you can grow in your own home and garden. It's not like they're plants on the far distance of Borneo jungle or underneath the sea or up the highest mountain. These are all plants that you can grow in the garden. And the ginkgo is a lovely ornamental plant to have in the home. And again, that's one of the prototypes of trees, yet still alive today. And it has an unusual ability to survive man's pollution. So this particular plant has been planted in the centre in China, city centres, in London, in New York, because it can tolerate man's pollution. But it can also tolerate, and it survived a atomic bomb, because there was some of these trees planted in a temple only 2 kilometres away from the blast of Hiroshima, and the trees survived and came back to life. I mean, that's a superpower and a half during that incredibly horrific time. But plants nourish and uplift the heart, and that's what I'm always attempting to promote, especially on video. So if you're interested in growing anything, like unusual plants, you want to find plants for kids, you want to find the best house plants to grow, best plants for pets, best plants for tough conditions or easy, I put it all on my YouTube channel, and it's all for free.
Brilliant. Wow, you've inspired me, and also I've just felt like I've been in sort of a gallop through history and science, as well as gardening knowledge as well. So you're on a bit of a tour at the moment with the British Garden Centres. So we're here at Rugby. They're also going to be opening a Northampton garden centre soon as well, which is really exciting. What does the future hold for you, David?
For me?
Yes.
Well, I'm filming, we're filming over at Kirkenoff Gardens for ITVs this morning, which is the beautiful bulb fields. I'm also filming in the orchid houses, so again, that's for another one for ITV. So it's a busy time, spring. It's a busy time.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and really look forward to seeing what the spring brings for us all.
Nice talking to you.